If you live with more than one cat, you've probably noticed something strange. One cat always eats first. One cat always gets the sunny spot by the window. And one cat walks through a doorway while the other quietly steps aside. You probably thought it was random. Maybe one cat is just hungrier. Maybe one is lazier. But what if none of it is random? What if every single interaction between your cats follows a set of invisible rules that you were never meant to see? Because here's the truth. Your cats have been running a silent government inside your home this entire time. And every look, every pause, every deliberate retreat has been part of a social structure so subtle, most owners live with it for years and never once notice it. Number 1, the silent language of who moves first. Most people assume the loudest cat is in charge, the one who hisses, the one who swats. But feline behaviorist Dr. Sharon Crowell Davis, in a comprehensive study published in the Journal of the American Animal Hospital Association, found something far more nuanced. In small groups of 3 or 4 cats, hierarchies are often simple and linear. But in larger groups, ties and reversals make the structure complex and invisible to the untrained eye. The true signal of dominance isn't aggression, it's space. The dominant cat walks down the hallway, and the other cat quietly shifts to the side. No sound, no conflict, just a subtle lean backward, a slight turn of the head, and a gentle lowering of the ears. That tiny moment you barely noticed? That was a complete conversation. One cat said, "I'm passing through." The other said, "I acknowledge you." And the hierarchy stayed intact without a single claw being raised. The cat who never has to fight for a spot on the couch isn't lazy. They're the one every other cat has already agreed to make room for. If you're starting to see your cat's little interactions differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're about to go much deeper into what's really happening inside your home. Number 2, the cat who grooms isn't being sweet. Picture this. You're sitting on the sofa and one of your cats walks up to the other, leans in, and starts licking the top of their head. You smile. You think it's love. And in part, it is. But there's a layer underneath that changes everything. In multi-cat homes, the cat who initiates grooming is almost always the higher-ranking one. And the cat being groomed, they tilt their head, expose their neck, and purr. That's not just relaxation. That's acknowledgement. That purr is the sound of trust and submission woven into a single breath. The groomer is saying, "You're mine to care for." And the one being groomed is saying, "I know." When that grooming session ends and one cat suddenly swats the other, that's not random aggression. That's a boundary reset. A reminder. The hierarchy was honored and now the moment is over. You saw 2 cats being cute. They just completed a full social contract. Number 3, the war you never see. Here's what nobody tells you about multi-cat conflict. The worst fights between your cats are the ones that never make a sound. Dr. Crowell Davis's research confirms that in established groups, dominance is maintained primarily through ritualized signals, not overt fighting. A stare, a stiffened posture, ears rotated slightly outward, a tail base held high while the rest of the tail droops. These micro-signals are so fast, so quiet, that you could be in the same room and miss all of them. And the subordinate cat responds just as silently. A glance away, a lean backward, a slow retreat from the food bowl. No hissing, no growling. Just 2 animals negotiating power in a language made entirely of stillness. Some dominant cats are gentle rulers. They take the window perch when they want it, and the rest of the time they let the household flow. But others are what behaviorists call bully cats. They patrol the home, block hallways, guard the litter box, and silently intimidate cats beneath them. If one of your cats has stopped eating in the kitchen, or started avoiding certain rooms, or suddenly won't use the litter box, it might not be a medical issue. It might be politics. If your cat is behaving oddly and you're unsure why, tell us in the comments. Using detailed research, we'll make a video on it. Number 4, why the quiet cat holds all the power. There's usually one cat in every household that most people overlook. They don't demand attention, they don't hiss, they don't steal food. They just exist, calmly, in the background. And most owners assume that cat is at the bottom. But watch more carefully. Watch who moves when that quiet cat enters a room. Watch which cats pause mid-step when that calm one walks toward the food bowl. Watch who waits. Because in the invisible world your cats have built, confidence doesn't look like aggression. It looks like stillness. The cat who never fights is often the one who never has to. Every other cat in the house already knows where they stand. That silent cat doesn't dominate with noise. They dominate with presence. And the moment you realize this, every calm, unbothered moment that cat has ever had in your home suddenly looks completely different. They weren't passive. They were in charge the entire time. Number 5. What this means about the home they built around you. Here's the part that might stop you. In all of this hierarchy, all of this negotiation, all of these invisible signals and silent power structures, there's one thing your cats never compete over. You. The dominant cat doesn't guard you from the others. The subordinate cat doesn't avoid you because someone higher ranking claimed you first. Every single one of them comes to you separately, on their own terms, with their own version of love. Because in the world they've built inside your home, you're not part of the hierarchy. You're above it. You're the one resource none of them would ever fight over, because each of them already believes, fully, that you belong to them. They didn't divide you. They each claimed all of you. If this changed the way you see your cats, share this with someone who has a multi-cat home. They deserve to know what's really happening when nobody's watching.